All right, happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna get to work. You guys know what happens on these little theme-based series per se. Wednesday we did the chest, tries, and glutes. Today we're gonna do back, buys, and quads. Remember, it always has other things. Monday was the chest, back, shoulder, by, try, hamstrings, glutes, quads. Again, different thing. Monday will be the shoulder version of this. So there's a 3-part series on this workout. So let's get to work. It'll sound awfully familiar to what we've been doing. We're going to do a 30-30-30 warm-up times 3. It'll be a warm-up workout circuit with our legs and our abs and our core. So be ready for that. And then we'll have a back, quad, and a bicep finish today. Okay? When you're ready. Now I know it's 6 a.m. Maybe you've done something before this exact time, or maybe you have not. But if you can hold weight, awesome. If you can't hold weight, that's fine too. 30 regular squats. Well, we normally do 10, and we do a whole bunch of other things. Slow on our 30 regular squats. And when I say regular, people are like, well, what, there's squats, right? Kind of like a small, medium, and large, right? Regular is always referred to as medium on the ordering of food. Well, regular is feet shoulder width apart. Your hips tend to move easily. You're going to work your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. So regular is just a nice smooth position for everything to turn on correctly. We have our regular wall sit. We have a regular squat. We have regular leg presses. So again, regular is just meant to be a nice smooth. You shouldn't have to think too hard about it. 30. Remember, when your hips move, your glutes should always turn on. So it's an easy mindset. Hamstrings and quads will always work on your squats. Which one turns on first or most is kind of up to the position. Eyes, I want you guys looking out in front of you. Don't look up, don't look down. Keep that good posture. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, steady. Again, whether you held weight or not, 30 regular squats is a fairly safe exercise. We're going to go through all 3 squats during this warm-up. We're going to go through all 3 of our bigger, harder abs on this warm-up. We're going to go through all 3 of our bigger on our slower core exercises. So it's legs, abs, core, this warm-up workout circuit. After your 30 regular squats, 30 sit-ups. Like, geez, we had a 6:05, like, let's go. Now, I do want you to take your time. We are warming up, but we're also working out. We've done many warm-up workout circuits before. 30 regular sit-ups. Well, again, there's that regular word. What does that mean? Well, legs straight, knees bent. You can mix it up. It doesn't require a lot of thought. You're not creating momentum. You've got that vertical component of the exercise. So I want you thinking about going up more than in. Again, your legs are a nice, strong foundation. People are like, hey, Chris, can I put my feet underneath something? No. Use your glutes and your core and your power, and you're going to breathe. Your legs are about half your body weight, so use your lower body as a nice, strong foundation as you do your sit-ups. Upper body moves onto your lower body on a sit-up. 30 big, slow sit-ups. Breathe and focus. After those 30 sit-ups, remember, I want you also thinking core. We have a legs, we have an abs, we have a core. You're going to do 30 windshield wipers after your sit-ups. You're not going to do regular squats again today. You're not going to do sit-ups again today. And you're not going to do windshield wipers again today. It's a very long warm-up circuit because the back and biceps going with our quads tends to be a little bit quicker. Just a little bit. All exercises should be 2.5 to 3 second reps. However, pushing exercises, quads, are naturally a little bit shorter than the pulling exercises, hamstrings. Our trap rows is significantly smaller than a cable or dumbbell fly. Again, I'm not saying we're going to exercise faster, but people tend to do these workouts just a smidge quicker. We'll have that similar finishing theme we've been doing where we crank it up at the end. 30 windshield wipers. It's not necessarily the opposite of a sit-up. However, your upper body is now the foundation, whereas your sit-up, the lower body was the foundation. Don't let your upper body move. Your lower body moves onto your upper body, but you have that lateral motion. You've got that weight displacement. That's what makes it a core exercise. Now, you can put it in the oblique category too. Take your time. A nice, long, thorough warm-up workout circuit. 3 more circuits to follow. Very similar rhythm to Wednesday. After those 30 windshield wipers, I'm not saying you should be done, but when you get done, you've got 30 wide squats. Again, we are still warming things up, whether you want to have weight or not. If you hold the weight, your weight is down in the middle on your wide squats. Hips, 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 hips. I want those hips to move a lot. Booty, 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 glutes, glutes, glutes. Right, eyes, good posture, good breathing. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs. If you're holding weight, that weight is down in the middle. You don't have to hold weight. Always welcomed. That weight does pull you down. When the weight is down, your body has to work hard to stay tall. Wide squats, also known as a flexibility squat. Those hips stretch out a lot more. Your hamstrings stretch out a little bit more. So I normally put this in that hamstring category. 30 wide squats. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, posture, and breathe. After your 30 wide squats, and again, I don't expect you to be there, you're going to be on the ground for your 30 reverse crunches. Not the windshield wipers, but kind of a similar motion. You have your 30 reverse crunches, and then we're going to do our 30 Russian twists. So your lower body is going to move on your upper body, and then on your Russian twist, your lower body and your upper body move on each other. So take your time. 30 wide squats, 30 reverse crunches, and 30 Russian twists. Take your time. On those reverse crunches, personally, I like my body to be up. I didn't say my head. I like my body to be up. It helps me contract my abs. So when I lengthen my contracted abs, I don't get my back. Personally, when I'm down, I'll get a little bit of lower back, which is very common. Your lordosis curve, your lower body or lower back curve tends to be too curved. So that's why people will put their hands under their buttons. That'll help flatten that curve a little bit. Again, everybody's different. I personally like my body to be up. Isometric on the upper body crunch, and then you have the concentric exercise of the reverse crunch. Your legs are moving onto your upper body. Don't create momentum. You got that vertical component of the exercise. You're going up more than in. And of course, always remember to breathe. Again, a very long, thorough warm-up workout circuit. 30, 30, 30. We have 3 rounds. This is the middle of round 2. 270 rep circuit, which for some people is its own workout. Not you guys. Morning crew, too tough. When you do get down to those reverse crunches, you're on your Russian twists. Whether you have a weight or not, the core component comes from that displacement. My upper body is rotating, my lower body is rotating, and that reach is that weight displacement. Again, whether you have weight or not. I've personally not been holding weight the last week or two from all the box moving I've been doing and all the things. The body's a little tired. I couldn't even move my bed into my bedroom last night. I was so just beat, I like drug the mattress in. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna lay it on the ground, laid it on the ground. I think the last time I slept on a mattress on the floor, I was in college. 30, Russian twist. Use your body. Take your time. When you do get done, we're gonna have one more slow, big round. We'll have our narrow squats. We're gonna have our V as in victory, V ups. And then we're gonna do horizontal scissors. Anyhow, one more round, and then we're gonna change it, but again, it's gonna sound like Wednesday. Narrow squats, if you have weight, it's either up or down. If it's up, it's under chin. If it's down, it's outside your legs or leg, whether it's one weight or two weights. I don't want the weight in front of your knees. I oddly see it all the time when people hold a kettlebell. And it's just because they don't realize they need to have the weight either outside the legs or under the chin. Your feet and knees are not touching, but they definitely are narrow. This is known as your mobility squat. Hips, 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 hips. Glutes, 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 glutes. Eyes, 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 and thighs, thighs. I'm always referring to it being a leg exercise, not a back exercise. 30 narrow squats. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, posture, and breathe. We are warming up. We're working out. We're getting it done. Friday morning. After those narrow squats are done, you're going to be on the ground for your V as in victory, V ups. And then I'll show you those horizontal scissors. I believe we've only done it once on our online series. I don't give them very much. They're a good exercise. For me, they're just really hippie. V ups, V as in victory, whether you're on the ground or bench. Now, legs straight, arms straight is preferred, so you get that V, but if you need to add that slight knee bend so it doesn't go to your back, cool. Remember, V-ups are a great gauge for your fitness level, your strength, your mobility. You got your flexibility, your posterior muscles. And they're hard, and they're good, and they burn, but I want you to think, ooh, I'm feeling really good today. Those V-ups are easier. Or, ooh, my body's hurting. Those V-ups are a little bit harder today. V-ups, 30 of them. And after those V-ups, you want to take a peek at the screen when you get to the horizontal scissors. Again, it's kind of like that Russian twist. You're going to be in an isometric kind of up position, whether you're on the ground or bench, and then your legs go out, and I like the cross too for hip mobility. But again, I want you to finish your V-ups. I will be doing those horizontal scissors. It looks like I'm kind of in a V-up and or Russian twist position, and my legs go out, and my legs cross, abs tight. So you got the isometric ab, but they got the weight displacement, and you got the core hitting in there. 30 slow horizontal scissors. You can be on the ground or you can be on the bench. Big and slow. I want the big analogy, Tom. Those are vertical scissors. I want horizontal scissors, Tom. That would be the out version. Horizontal scissors. Abs tight, core tight, big, slow. Again, they are good for me. They go to my hips pretty quickly, and for the most part, most people too, because your legs are pretty heavy. When you get done, we are ready to work out. That was a very extensive warm-up workout circuit. Your space will need to be cleared. Again, rhythmically and numerically, it'll sound like Wednesday. We have a back right quad circuit. We'll then have a back and left quad circuit, and then we'll finish off with biceps and working circuit. Your back exercise this circuit is your trap rows. Whether you have dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, you get low, or if you have a TRX, you're holding that TRX and falling back, or you're sitting on a cable row machine, which not many of you guys have at home, or a machine row. Again, your hands come from in front of you on a trap row. Whether you get low, stay low, and row, your hands come in front of you. Or if you're on a TRX or a cable, you're in a different body position. 25 trap rows. Clearly Katie was excited. She just wanted to get started. 25 trap rows. Think about your shoulder blades, not your arms. Your trap rows will be 25 down by 5, like our first circuit on Wednesday. As you do your trap rows, I'm going to talk about your quads. The other day we focused on glutes. However, when you get your glutes, you either get your hamstrings or your back, so I don't need to worry about the hamstring version of this workout. Your right quads, again, weight is preferred, is either stationary forward lunge, your right leg is moving. Stationary lateral lunge, your right leg is moving. Lower, heavier step-ups, your right leg is working. If you have room, left leg goes behind you on your right leg walking reverse lunge. Three of them, your right leg is moving. One of them, it is not. Your right leg always 20. I would love it if you had weight. It is okay if you don't. Here we go. You have stationary forward lunge. The right leg pushes you back. Lateral lunge. The right leg pushes you back. Step-ups. Low, heavy step-ups is quads. Higher is always hamstrings. And again, if you have room, walking reverse lunges, your left leg goes behind you. Your right leg pushes you back. Remember that rhythm we've worked on many times. The quad pushing exercises, the rhythm is step, load, and then it pushes you back, except for the step up. That's the only kind of an asterisk one. But again, that leg is loaded, and it's a pushing exercise yielding your quads. I would love weight on this circuit. I am not looking for fitness yet. That's that last circuit that we've been doing lately. I know I'm talking, I know you're listening. Your trap rows are going to be 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. They're going to go down by 5 on your trap rows. Your right leg, always 20. Only your right leg. Always your right leg this circuit. And I want you to think about your quads. So, let's get to work. We already did the 25 row round with a right quad 20. You're on the 20 row round with a right quad 20. Your rows are going to go down by 5. Maybe you can get heavier. Maybe you slow it down just a touch. Load has 2 equations. One is physical weight, and then one is time under tension. You add a little bit of time, just a little bit. When you get done with your 20 rows, you're on your second right leg for 20. You can do the same thing the whole dang time if you want to. Stationary forward lunge will always turn on more quads. You do get glutes and you do get hamstrings. Lateral lunge will turn on more quads. But again, you do get glutes, you do get some hamstrings. Low, heavy step-ups is a quad exercise. You can even Google vastus lateralis, your outer quad, and you'll see step-ups. Reverse lunges, again you have the walking backwards reverse lunges. At the gym, you could asterisk the leg press. Again, lower is quads, higher is hamstrings, so it's a foot position thing. You could do a single leg quad exercise on the quad extension machine if you want to think about your quads. So don't go any faster. I want steady, thorough. Naturally, these are a little bit quicker circuits than what we did on Wednesday. When you get done with your second right leg for 20, you're on your third set of your rows. I'm not saying you should be there by any means. Your rows are 25 down by 5. Right leg, always 20. Work on your breathing. Your back muscle group, your back muscles are big and strong. They can handle a lot of load. Your traps, middle back muscle, turns on when your hands come from in front of you. Now, body positions and where the weight comes from are key factors. Your lats, which we'll do next circuit, and you've done them before, your hands come from above you. Basic, little change. They look similar sometimes. Round 3 is your 15 trap rows, and again, your third set of your right quads. Step, load, push yourself back on stationary forward lunges, lateral lunges. Walking your first lunges, the left leg goes behind you, so there's your step, but then your right leg pushes you back. Step ups are asterisk. Low and heavy is quads. Higher is always hamstrings. Always right leg. Always 20. We'll have a similar transition round coming up soon. We did it on Monday. And it's one of those weird mental things. You guys probably don't cognitively think about it, but it feels like the pace increases and it feels like the workout evolves quickly when you have a transition round. Round 3 is 15 rows, right leg 20. Round 4 is 10 rows, your fourth right leg 20. If you get your knees, if your knees are kind of getting a little tender and tired, feel free to mix in narrow squats. You'll just repeat them again later on. Or if you have a ball against the wall, you could do ball squats if you really wanted to. So round 4 is your 10 trap rows, and you're on your fourth right quad for 20. If you need, and I spell need, K-N-E-E-D, if you need to do narrow squats or ball squats, feel free. You'll just do them again later on too, and that's okay. Round 4, 10 rows, right quad 20. The next round is going to be a transition round from ending this circuit to starting the next circuit. The downside is you have to lay on something, whether you lay on a ball, a bench, or the ground. That'll be the only downside. Round 4, 10 rows, right quad 20. I'm not saying you should be there by any means, but round 5 is your last 5 trap rows, your last right quad 20, and then your first left quad 20 before we move on to our lats. So round 5, when you get there, 5 rows, and then your right 20 quads, and then your left 20 quads. You know I like to be a couple reps ahead of you. I don't want to be sets ahead of you, I want to be reps ahead of you. 5 rows, right quad 20, left quad 20, and as we're doing this, I'll talk about your lats, which you have done many, many, many times. So again, it feels like there's being a little bit of pace. You're going to do 40 consecutive legs, 20 on the right and 20 on the left. So it's probably going to feel harder, but also you're like, ooh, you're on the next circuit. And those first couple rounds go quicker when you go back up in reps, which we'll talk about soon. Round 5, 5 trap rows, last right quad 20, first left quad 20, and then you're going to lay on something on your 5 lat pullovers, only 5. We're going to go up by 5 on our lat pullovers. If you accidentally go down again, that's fine. We're just going to have a little different rhythm. Reminder, 5 trap rows, last right quad 20, first left quad 20 before you do those 5 rows. Somebody gets lost on these, and that's okay. It's just a transition round. It's a way to stimulate the body and the brain so we don't do the same dang thing. Stationary forward lunges, step, load, push yourself back. Stationary lateral lunges, step, load, push yourself back. Step ups, low, heavy quads. Reverse lunges, right leg would then go behind you and your left leg would push you back. So last round of the 5 rows, that's done. Right leg 20, that's probably done. Left leg quads 20, that is probably happening. And then you have your 5 rows, whether you lay on the ground or 5 lat pullovers, whether you lay on the ground or lay on a ball or lay on a bench. You need to lay on something unless you have a lat pull down machine at home. 5 pullovers, only do 5. We're going to go up by 5. Your left quad is always 20. They should sound very similar, but we reverse the numbers. The circuit will end with your 25 lat pullovers. That's in about 8 minutes. So round, transition round, right 20, left 20, 5 pullovers, and then you're back on your left quad for 20. So you hit that left quad quickly. Similar, very similar rhythm, very similar numbers to Wednesday. Monday, although it'll be shoulders and there'll be similarities, we'll have a couple of rhythm differences. And that starts today at noon for the noon crew. So the left 20 happened for the second time, or is happening for the second time. And then you have your 10 lat pullovers. We're going to go up by 5 on your lat pullovers. It is not magical. Lat pullovers are a longer motion versus trap rows. So we hit your left quad a little early, but it'll get a little more rest later on. Nothing magical. Round 2, 20 left quads, 10 lat pullovers. Definitely not saying you should be there after your 10 lat pullovers. Again, it kind of felt weird, and that's the idea. It turns your brain on for a second. Like, what am I doing? I got lost. Chris, what are we doing? Round 3 starts with the third left quad 20, and then you'll be on your 15 lat pullovers. So it'll start to slow down, it'll start to feel normal, and that's the idea. So round 2 was your left quad with your 10 pullovers, and round 3 is your 20 left quad for the third time, and your 15 lat pullovers. I promise you the third circuit that we do will have a pace and energy associated to it. Remember that focus on a quad exercise. Step, load, push yourself back. Step, load, push yourself back. Whereas pulling is step, load, and pull yourself up. So there is a different mindset on pulling hamstrings, pushing quads. And yeah, the movements are different, but you also need to think about it too. Round 3, 20 left leg for the third time, and then your 15 lat pullovers. This should start to make sense. The circuit will start to feel normal. We'll go up for a couple more rounds, and we'll get to that fourth and final circuit. No rush. I never want you to feel like you're doing somebody else's workout. This is your workout. Everybody's gonna have a different pace because of the weights they have, whether it's physical load or they have a kettlebell or a medicine ball or plate or dumbbells, the actual tools they're using, the space you're in. Are you comfortable? Do you have room? Is there energy there? Are you tired? Are you focused? So space is a literal and or physical sense, or mental and not visual per se. Round 4, when you get there, is your fourth left quad. We're finally getting to this circuit, right? Fourth left quad. You'll then have your 20 lat pullovers. I promise you a little rhythm and exertion on the final circuit of the day. You're gonna have similar things. A little pace circuit. Round 4, 20 left quads for the fourth time. Stationary forward lunges, walking reverse lunges, lateral lunges, lower, heavier step-ups. Pushing exercises. In a gym, there are more of them. There's more tools for pushing exercises. There are more movements for pulling exercises. So when we did those hamstrings, we have a lot of choices. Yes, there are tools for pulling exercises too. Remember, if you need to, if those knees are feeling a little tender, narrow squats would take away the knees. Stability ball squats, ball against the wall, again, could take away those knees. So if you got a little kneesy, you could get your narrow squats or ball squats. Round 4 is your 20 left, 20 on your left quad and 20 on your lat pullovers. Please don't go fast. The final circuit is meant to give you that pace and energy that we've been talking about. And most of us are somewhere in round 4, potentially starting that round 5. Round 4 is that 20 left quad and 20 lat pullover. Round 5 is the final 20 left quad and the final 25 lat pullover. Again, maybe you had to lay on the ground. That's going to slow you down. Maybe you have a really heavy weight. That'll slow you down. Maybe you're laying on a bench and you have light weights. That's going to be a little quicker. Maybe you're just feeling studly this morning. That'll be a little quicker. Maybe you're just excited for Friday and you're going to work out and work until 11 and go have mimosas. You know, you're going to get this thing done quicker. If you do that, please bring some here and drop some off. I would not be upset about that. So round 4 is probably almost done with a 20 left quad and the 20 lat pullover. And round 5 is your last 20 left quad and your 25 lat pullover. I will start talking about that final circuit soon. It'll have similarities to what you've been doing, but it'll be biceps and movement. Biceps and movement. Finish this circuit. I'll have your ears in about 20 seconds. You don't need to be there, but I will repeat myself so you can get that last circuit done. And most of you are somewhere in that last round. 20 left quad last time, 25 lat pullover last time. When you are ready, and again I'm going to repeat myself a lot, so don't worry about not being there. The rhythm, 10 hammer curls. You're going to start the round with 10 hammer curls. You'll do 20 either standing scissors or standing runners or Jack LaLanne's. That should sound familiar, but we're finishing off, not warming things up. Then you'll do 10 wide biceps, and then you can do any 20 scissor, runner, swimmer, rotational plank, horizontal scissor, Russian twist. So the circuit, 10 hammer curls, 20 either standing scissors, standing runners, Jack LaLanne's, 10 wide biceps, and then either 20 scissors abs, 20 runners, 20 swimmers, Russian twists, horizontal scissors, we did them earlier. Now, I didn't say go fast. I want you to get it done. 3 rounds minimum, 5 rounds maximum should sound awfully familiar. The rhythm, 10 hammer curls goes to a 20 mobility movement exercise. Then you do 10 wide biceps, and then it goes to an ab curl, a core exercise. I didn't do the agility. We've done several of them the last couple weeks. I didn't do plyometrics. We've done several of them the last couple weeks. 10 hammer curls, 20 standing scissors, standing runners, Jack LaLanne's. Then you do 10 wide biceps, and then you're on the ground for abs, scissors, runners, swimmers, Russian twist, horizontal scissors, rotational planks. You can do anything, but the number is 10, 20, 10, 20. 3 rounds minimum, 5 rounds maximum. Get this thing done. Like I said earlier, we normally do standing scissors early to get things warmed up. We're now doing it to finish off moving our body. I don't want to say the word stretching, but you're going to have movement to finish off the day so you don't have to worry about stretching at the end. Again, that standing scissors, standing runners, and Jack LaLanne's will give you that edge to finish off the day. The abs, laying on the ground with your abs scissors and abs runners and lower back swimmers and Russian twist and horizontal scissors and rotational planks. You can do any of those abs, always 20. Again, 10 hammers, movement, 10 open wide, and then I want you to think abs core. So Katie, the next round, after your 10 wide, do an ab exercise, not a movement exercise. Make sense? So after the 10 wides, you'll do lay on the ground scissors, or lay on the ground runners, or lay on the ground swimmers, or Russian twists, horizontal scissors we did earlier, rotational planks. Again, I want to make sure everybody's on the right path. The circuit, 10 hammer curls, 20 body movement, 10 wide bicep, 20 abs core. And Thomas, scissors, runners, swimmers, horizontal scissors. You could do rotational planks. And if you want to do regular sit-ups and reverse crunches and toe touches and V-ups, I'm okay with that too. 10, 20, 10, 20. 3 rounds minimum, 5 rounds maximum. Get it done. I didn't say go fast. Hammer curls. Hammer curls, your hands are neutral, not necessarily narrow. That is for your brachioradialis and short head bicep. Wide biceps opens them up. That's for the long head bicep. So yes, there are differences on the biceps, nothing magical. The standing scissors, standing runners, and jack-o'-lanes is definitely mobility and flexibility and coordination and movement. That is the idea. And the abs core, of course, more movement, but geared towards abs and core muscles. 10, 20, 10, 20, 3 rounds minimum, 5 rounds maximum. Numerically, 3 rounds is 240 reps, and 5 rounds is 300 reps on all these wonderful, magical things. All right? Oh, it's 180 reps. Sorry, 180 reps on 3 rounds and 300 on the 5 rounds. My bad. 60 reps per round, nothing magical. Biceps, movement, biceps, abs, core. When you get done, pat yourself on the back. You get your back, your biceps, your quads. We have that nice long warm-up of legs, quads, abs, core, and then a nice finish of movement and abs and core. You know.